In a nutshell, the purpose of this writing is to wrestle realistically with three primary questions. According to Honor Rolls and the Mighty Acts of God, these are the three questions that we need to answer today. Number one, does a man suffer in exact proportion to his sins? In other words, I feel him all over me. Did you lose your house because you were in adultery? Did you lose your house because you murdered somebody? Or did your child have to come out of college because you did something wrong? Did you get cancer because of your sin? Of course, at the end of the book, you'll realize that all of those arguments are no. Number two, does Job fear God for naught? In other words, in verse 9, when the hedge is removed from Job, because God said to Satan said to God, if you take the hedge of protection from him and you allow me to afflict him, Job will deny you and Job will fall away like so many others. And God says, no, consider my servant Job. And that was a very good recommendation. And so Job now is wondering, do I fear God for nothing at all? In other words, is a real relationship with God based on a slot machine affair where you put in a nickel and expect to get out a dollar? Because everything you name, God help me right now, everything you name and claim will come to pass in God's time. The challenge, Joe, is that we get weary in well-doing when we have named and we have claimed. We have blabbed and we have grabbed, and it still has not come to pass because we've not learned long suffering. Long suffering is a fruit of the Spirit, right up there along with joy and peace, baby. Long suffering, knowing how to suffer long and still have a praise. Knowing how to suffer long and still, with your depressed self, get yourself out of the bed and say, I'm so ticked off, I feel down, I got the blues, and I got stormy weather, but long suffering means in spite of my circumstances, I'm going to press my way through to get to God. And then Job, the third question is, why did I not die at my birth? This is Job's personal question. Why do the righteous suffer? Why would you allow the righteous to go through? Why would you let a man suffer the loss of all things, including my health? Why? Has anybody been on Why Boulevard ever in your life? Anybody be bold enough to say that you have asked God every now and then, why? Why are we wrestling with this? Why are we dealing with that? Why do I feel trapped? Why is my heart always broken? Why don't I have a job? How come I lost my house? Why can't I seem to get a break? Why don't I have a husband yet? Why did I lose my health care privileges? Why is my child not thriving? Why is my marriage troubled and challenging? Why? And then, why Haiti? If you don't have any personal whys, why Haiti with already 300,000 orphans before the earthquake? Why Haiti? Is it because God is some kind of mean God that delights in suffering and killing? There are some things about God that you cannot understand in your own intellectual and philosophical understanding. And I know this sounds deep and dry, but you need it. May I perish, or may the day perish in which I was born. Is God still God when the bottom falls out? Is God God enough to carry me through when the lights go out? Is God still God when I'm living through the anguish of the dark night of the soul? Do you know what I mean when I say the anguish of the dark? You know what I'm talking about. When you know in the dark anguish of the soul, when you can't seem to find Amoshaya, you can't find rest, the dark night of the soul, not sure what's going on, the dark night of the soul, still grieving the loss of a loved one a year later, the dark night of the soul, can't get over a broken heart, the dark night of the soul, just got a brand new house and then lost your job, lost your benefits, and wondering how you're going to keep it all together, keep the children in college, let alone think about your retirement. Have you lived on that street ever in your life? Are you like so many Christians who just try to act like it's not happening and try to live in denial and try to cover your denial by words like faith? See, faith is not denying the facts. I feel him. Faith is looking the facts in the face and saying, I don't care what the facts are, nevertheless, I still believe that he is a rewarder of them who diligently seek him. I want you to give me the facts. Give me the truth. Tell me what the CAT scan says. Let me know if I've only got 6 months. I want to know so I can bring my complaint, I can bring my sickness, I can bring my problem to God. I want to know the facts, but I've got enough faith to override my